Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Mental Health Monday. Good morning. We are back. We are back for another day. Oh, we are back for another topic regarding on how to take care of the children mental health. Remember, I'm going to end the whole year in our children mental health, and I'm going to bring different subjects, different topic that's actually impacting our children mental health, and that also can help our children mental health. Oh my God, I am so excited for today's subject. I am so excited for today's topic because I had those questions been asking the whole entire year. I have this question actually asked the first, yes, my first video that I dropped. Someone asked me about this question. I am so happy that I leave it for this one because it is perfect under the children mental health to talk about it. It's perfect under the children mental health. I am so excited with the topic that I have for today for you guys. Welcome back. I am so happy. And thank you for all of you guys who continue watching my videos, who continue sharing the videos, who continue telling people about it. I am grateful for all of you guys. Thank you for all the subscribers. I am so happy, so grateful for all of you guys. Welcome back, you guys. Now, before I talk about the subject that I have for today for you guys know I always stop right here to ask, what did you guys do to take care of your mental health last week? What did you do? Because you guys know I always, friends, I am talking to you guys. I always ask you guys to do something at least once a day to continue taking care of your mental health. I'm encouraging you to do that. So what did you guys do last week to take care of your mental health? While you guys are thinking, I want to share what I did last week to take care of my mental health. I know you guys are going to say, oh my God, this lady take a lot of day offs, a lot of time offs, a lot of mental health off. Believe me. What I do sometimes as a clinician, as a therapist, to me, I'm also taking care of my mental health. So I'm always encouraging you guys to take breaks. I'm encouraging you to take breaks. I'm encouraging you to take times off, to take vacation, to take day off. So something I did last week to take care of my mental health is I take a mental health day. And my mental health day, I take that day where I don't do social media. I don't do heavy lifting about things. I don't even go exercising, but I still do like a type of workout, but I don't lift weight. I don't do that day that I don't do things that will stress me out. I don't spend time with people that will stress me out. I take that days where I wake up however I want to wake up, when I want to wake up, because normally I wake up with the alarm system to wake me up at my time, right? But that day, I shut off my alarm. I don't wake up with my phone. I don't wake up with my phone. I don't check my phone. And then when I wake up, I take a nice shower. It's like a quiet day. I don't use the phone. I don't use TV. I read a book. I walk with my dog. I spend time with my cat. If I speak with my family members, sometimes I will tell my family member I'm taking a day off. So they don't reach me, like they don't call me or things like that. But if they need something, an emergency, they will call me. But I take I don't cook. I don't take the day to, I'm not cooking. I'm not cleaning. I'm not driving anywhere. I take a mental health day. I go to the sun. I read a book. I eat. I drink water. So I take that day like a mental quiet meditation day. I pray, I read my Bible, I worship. That's how that day look like for me when I take that day. Some of you guys might not be able to take a day, but I do encourage you to take an hour. Even if you're taking 10 minutes, start small. And if you can take a week, do it. If you can take a month, do it. Okay? But I take a mental health day, and I love doing once a month. I take a mental health day, and I call it a day, and I call it my mental health day. Oh, and I don't work. I take that days off from work as well. So that's what I did to take care of my mental health. What about you guys? What did you do to take care of your mental health? While you guys are thinking, we are going to move on with the beautiful topic that I have for you guys for today. So the topic that I have for you guys for today is how technology actually impacting our children's mental health. How technology impacting our children. How is it impacting our children's mental health? I do want you guys to watch this whole video because I have a lot of information in this video. In the end, I'm going to tell you guys when, how, and things like that. If you're thinking this video is the video where I'm going to tell you guys never to allow your children to use technology, this is not the video. Because I do not know about you guys if you don't see technology is here to stay. And technology is going to get better, smarter, and everywhere. So you need to prepare your children. You need to prepare the next generation. Your goal as a parent, it's never to take some things away so much at home where your children, when they go out there, they don't know how to use it. Like you take away sex talks. You know, in my own household, that's how I grown up. I grown up with no sex talk. I can't watch anything. I can't see anything. And it's like I'm almost having a freak show when I go out there. No, that's not the goal as a parent. The goal as a parent, it's a lot of things should be already introduced at home. So when your child go out there in the wild, they know exactly what to do. So this is not the video. This is not the video where I'm going to tell you not to ever use technology. And when I'm talking about technology, I'm talking about laptop, computer, phone, smart TV, smart phone. I'm talking about social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I'm talking about all the apps we use. I'm talking about video games. I'm talking about the stream things we use like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. I'm talking about the gadget we use. I'm talking about the light we use. I'm talking about the cars we use, okay? I'm talking about the trackers we use, the tracker we use on our phone. I'm talking about all the technology the kids use at school. So when I'm talking about technology, I'm talking about the whole technology in this world. So I'm here to tell you, there is positive of technology. There's some positive way technology actually impacting our children's mental health. And then there is negative way that technology impacting our children's mental health. And all of it is depending on age, time, why is that children is using this technology, the supervision you provided for your children, and balance. Of course, one of the positive way that technology is impacting our children's mental health is educational. We use technology for educational benefits. There's kids that using technologies to read. There's kids that using technologies to learn, to access things. Like if I need to know about Australia, I don't need to now go to a library. I can literally learn a bunch of things about Australia. I can see how Australia look like. I can even connected with people that's from Australia, right? We use technology for educational things. There's kids with speech now, and I think I mentioned it in my last video, that's using technologies to help them with their speech. There's kids that use technology to help them with their movement if they have some issues about it. Right? And I hope you guys were watching my last video, because everything else that I'm going to say of the rest of the month, you as a parent have control over them. Well, not everything, but at least 99% of what I'm going to continue for the rest of this year, that your kids learn it at home to help them with their mental health. So another way that, like technology have a positive impact in our children's mental health is to keep our children connect. I mean, right now I have friends that live all over the United States, out of country, and then I'm able to stay connected with my friends by talking to them in the phone, by FaceTiming, by sharing certain things about my life where they can see it. So, and I'm also building a whole social movement because of technology. Like all you guys that subscribe to my channel, that is because of technology. Technology can help us stay social and connected in a way if we know how to use it. The other part that technology is very helpful in our mental health, it's help us expressing ourselves. There's kids that use technology to be creative. I see, like, some kids taking pictures and they're doing different light and different color. I see some kids are doing some art using technology. There's kids that's doing videos using technology. Why? So technology keep us very creative, which have a positive impact in mental health. Why? So let me go over it. So educational benefits, social and connections, creative and expressive. It's a positive impact in our mental health when our children use technology. Now, the other part of how technology can hurt our children. We have seen, and when I say we, I mean clinicians, doctors, people who work with children. We have seen there is an extreme impact in our children's physical activity, especially the kids that doesn't have boundaries, limit, that using technology excessively. There is a lack of physical activity. So technology has been impacting our children's physical health, which leaded to obesity and which leaded to mental issues. So physical health, a lot of kids now, it's not out there. They're not outside. Kids are not outside getting sun. Kids are not going to the park. Kids are not running. They're not walking. They're not playing outside. So physical activities have been limited when kids are using so much technology. And I know I mentioned about the social part. Technology is impacted the children's social health as well as behavior health. We have seen some kids that doesn't even know how to make friends. There's kids that doesn't know how to talk to someone outside. Kids doesn't understand some social cue. There's kids now, their attention. They cannot read a book for an hour because their attention span is so short. Especially when they're in that TikTok and social media, swiping left and swiping right. It's like if something is 10 minutes, they can't. It's bringing anxiety to kids. It's bringing depression to kids. It's making children very obsessed and addiction. We're seeing with social well-being, there's kids that doesn't know how to build relationship. There's kids now that doesn't even know how to sit down and have a meal without having their phone or having a TV in front of them. Because at home, they are eating in front of the TV. At home, they are eating in front of their phone or tablet. So they are unable to have a sit down. Be surprised of when you go in front of a man and that man is unable to sit down with you and have a conversation without having his phone or without wanting to take pictures and things like that. And some friends are doing the same thing. They have to always be taking pictures. They have to always be cleaning, filtering, posting in social media. Like everything that's happening needs to be recording in the social media, where when you here with them, you're not having the experience that the social media is having with that individual face to face, because people is losing that. That is a result of using excessive technology. Also seeing some kids who use technology excessively, where they become, it's impacting in the school, impairment, certain things, the impairment, problem solving skills, it's down. Even children's vocabulary, it's not as profound anymore, because the kids are not learning different words. It's not educational. Some of ways that we also seeing technology is impacting children's mental health is it's increasing anxiety, it's increasing depression, it's increasing lower self-image, confidence. It's impacting the children. Body image is also impacting. Those kids have the fear of missing out, because they believing that every kid is having this fun, or every kid is doing this. And then there's certain information that those kids are taking that's not good for them. And of course, it's putting a lot of our kids at risk, because there's a lot of crazy out there. So your kids are exposed to inappropriate things to see. Your kids are exposed into the world. There's people that is trying to take those kids, right? There's information your kids might be posting. There's cyberbullying going on as well. I see a lot of adolescents. I remember when I used to work with the adolescents, a lot of adolescents are using social media to bullying each other, their name calling. I mean, you as an adult, sometime when you're posting something, you have to have tough skin, because people will be like, oh, look at her hair, oh, her natural hair is ugly, oh, that picture is ugly, and things like that. Now imagine if your children is out there, like your children might not be able to have the skin to say, okay, exposing to that. So yes, there is positive, and then there is negative ways that technology is impacting your children's physical, mental, social, every part of their well-being, psychology, their education, their language, like every part of them. Now, like I mentioned, it's all depending on how, when, where, supervision, and so on. To talk to you guys how to support your children to use technology in a healthy way. So one of the way to support your children to use technology in a healthy way is teaching them or set boundary for them. Like there have to be a time, there have to be a place for them to use technology. There needs to be time where there's free technology. I will encourage you guys, like I will not encourage you for you to tell your children to use technology before sleep, because we have been seeing a lot of impact about sleep when children using technology right before. So 30 minutes to an hour prior to bed, I will encourage you to turn off all technology in your home. There needs to be family fun where technology is not using, such as dinner time, when you are in vacation, when you are doing some activity, maybe even at church. You can encourage your children not to use technology. So you have to set time for them. You have to set them boundary, and you also have to be a model for your children. Because yes, you can be telling them, oh, I don't want you to use technology, I don't want you to do video game, I don't want you to use your phone doing this and that and that and that. And here you are as an adult, as their mom, sitting there, you always on your phone, or always watching TV, or always in your computer, or always playing video game. Because most of the time you're teaching your kids based on what you're doing, not on what you're saying. Because all your kids are hearing is, oh, when I'm a grown up, I'm going to do what my mom is telling me not to do. Because if you are one of those people who's always on your phone, who's always in social media, and then here you are telling your child not to do it, they're going to grow up and always be on this phone and social media, unless that kids, because the kids have their own brand, unless they decided to do something different. But whatever you're modeling for your children, you also need to use it. And I encourage you guys to have open conversation regarding technology. You know what they're seeing. You know what they're seeing, you know what they're hearing. Have conversation. If podcast talking about blah, 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 have a conversation about it. Start having open conversation. If you know your children going to watch a TV about this and that, have a conversation about it. Say, babe, what do you see? What do you think about these things we are watching? What do you see about it? Have a conversation about it. Keep an open conversation about what your children are doing, and keep an open conversation about technology in your home. Oh, there is a new things now with this robot and this and that. What do you think? How do you think we can use it? Have a conversation about it. And also put parental control. A lot of technology now, as a parent, you are able to put parenting control. So put parenting control. The other day, I think I even see email. If you create a Gmail account for your children, you can put parenting control. So put parenting control. And make sure you're educating your children of what to do in technology, where to go. Give them an education, because sometimes that kids might be in the technology and out of the blue, pornography showed up. Teach them, okay, you don't press on that. Or sometimes someone come up and having a conversation. Give them an education about technology and how to use it. There is time, like I said, there is time, there is years, there is age. A certain technology, it's appropriate for your children. So the American Academy of Pediatrics, they come up with age that is best for your children to use technology. Now, 0 to 2, your children shouldn't use any type of technology at all. Yes, you can take pictures of your children. Yes, if you need to FaceTime your family member and you want to show your babies, you can do that. But I see some children, like little kids, and their car seat and their moms showing them social media, or they're watching some show or stuff like that, and then the kids will be like 18 months and that's happening. No. At that age, that is the time your children should be walking around, tummy time. You should be talking to them. You should be reading books. You should be singing to them. You should be taking them outside, letting them introduce to other people. Those are what you need to do birth to 2 years old. It's not time for them to be in front of TV. It's not time for them to get a tablet, to be in front of the phone, or it's not time for them to be listening to loud noise like music, sing like that. It's time to sing to them. It's time to they can make music, they can do things like that, but it's time for them to use their brain, their body, their speech, their intelligence. This is the age. And sometimes I hear people say, oh my God, this person is so smart and this one. It's because that parent spend that time giving the type of knowledge to their kids. Because the brain, birth to 7, the brain is expand, and this is the time to feed your children a lot of informations. 2 years to 5 years, the child can be and again, remember, when I talk about technology, I mean everything. 1 hour your child can be in technology, and it has to be educational things. So let's say if 2 to 5, you want them to learn certain things. You want their vocabulary to be bigger. You can use certain app. You want them to repeat certain things. When they're watching the TV, have to be educational, and it's just for 1 hour per day. And when I'm saying 1 hour, I'm not saying 1 hour in television, 1 hour in tablet, 1 hour in the phone. No, I am saying 1 hour overall, for 1 hour, 2 years to 5 years, that kids can use technology. Now, 5 years to 12 years, that kids can start having 2 hours. 2 hours of that technology, and I'm not talking about educational one, because 5 years to 12 years they are in school. I know some kids use eye reading, they have to research, they go to the computer, some kids even need laptop so they can write their essays, like, they're doing something, other things in the technology. That 2 hours they get, it have to be fun. So if your kids like playing video game, it have to be within that 2 hours. If your kids going to watch a show, it have to be into that 2 hours. If your kid going to watch television, it have to be between that 2 hours. So 2 hours for entertainment per day. And it have to be overall technology. And I will not encourage you for you to do it before sleep, for you to do it during family time, for you to do it during homework time, or for you to do it during dinner time. You have to choose time and day that your children can use that technology. Now, 12 to 18, and we stopping at 18 because after 18, you do not have any control over your children. Yes, I understand certain culture, certain, maybe you're not watching me in the United States, so certain country, they might be different, but in United States, after 18 years, your child is an adult. Your child can do whatever they want. And to me, by then, the tree is already bent. It's going to be very hard for that tree to get up. And then now it's going to be dependent on that child to decide how I'm going to use technology for myself. It's going to be dependent on them. But 12 to 18, it's not about hour for entertainment, but now you have to really put in the balance, the boundary, the goal, and so on. That's the time you need to do that. You have to be teaching the balance. You have to allow the child to say, okay, you cannot use technology before bed. You cannot use technology during dinner time. We are in vacation. We're going to take a day off where we don't use technology. We're going to take a week where we don't do technology. I remember when I was growing up, again, I grew up in the 80s, 90s, and things like that. So when we start school, my mom will not take we will not have cable. Like, she'll disconnect the cable. In the summer, that's when we have cables. But in the school times, we don't have cables. So things that we really watching on TV or technology, it's really learning stuff. But other than that, I will take my little brothers going to library. We'll be reading books. We will do 1 hour of a movie, right? So we do things. But again, it was all time. But set that up. Create that balance for your child between that 13 to 18 age. Teaching them about things, make them use technology for more learning things, for good use, right? This is where I'm going to end our video for today. I know it's long, and I hope you stay here because I know I had a lot of information on it. If I don't cover everything here, you can go ahead and drop some questions below in my YouTube video, or you can DM me, or you can message me and ask, and I will give you guys the answer. Also, throughout the week, I am planning to do little shorts in my social media to talk about certain things. So if you have questions, I am happy to answer those questions. I do encourage you guys, if this is the first time you get here, to subscribe to the channel, to like, comment, and share the channel. And then if this is your first time, you can always ask me questions regarding what impacting children mental health, and I will bring it. Before we end our video, we always end our video with a dose of self-care. So I'm going to read our dose of self-care for today. Our dose of self-care for today say, never underestimate your power. I think this is very straightforward. Never underestimate your power. I believe we possess a lot of power. I believe we possess a lot of good stuff, a lot of talents. Don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate how far you can go. And do not underestimate anything that you're doing can be too little. Okay? So this is where I'm going to end. Have a great Monday, you guys. Have a great week. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.